I'm gonna make a classic French omelet with a little cheese, very little, because we don't want to rack up the budget, and a salad, a side salad.
Okay. Okay, that sounds
I
expensive,
think I think this is great for brunch, for lunch, and for like late night with a glass of champagne. Simple vinaigrette, Sonny. You're gonna make salt, pepper, shallots, vinegar, and chives, whisk, and leave.
Okay.
Set.
All right.
Secondly, we have eggs. So how many are you serving? 6? 4?
Yeah. 4 is
Four to
family
six.
of 4.
Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 eggs. These aren't that expensive. One of the things that's wonderful about eggs is they've actually gone down in price in the last 30 years. It's kind of remarkable, and you have a huge ability to choose the kind of egg you want.
There's actually a chasm of price, right?
Yeah.
You can see a dozen of eggs for $1.39 and another dozen of eggs, same size, for like $4. So pay attention when you're buying your eggs.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, here's my whisk, I use yours. You're just gonna whisk these. Thing about eggs, you'd like them room temperature when you're making an omelet. You can add a little bit of salt, not too much, and some pepper.
I love that you salt the eggs from the get-go.
Yes,
People
you have to.
talk so much about
You have
this.
to.
You got to get that salt in there early. It doesn't do anything to affect the texture.
Now, there's a lot of ways to make a omelet, but a lot of people add stuff like cream, fresh water. Nada.
No water?
Nada. Pan, butter, bubbling. You're gonna take the eggs, preferably room temperature, and put them on the pan, medium to low. This is not a egg scrambling demonstration of speed. It's just a slow process. To this, really important, you're gonna add some chopped cold butter. And the reason why we do it, really it's not.
It's
just
expensive.
The reason why I do it's not to be fancy, is helps keep the protein soft so it doesn't get hard, so we have a really soft omelet because it melts generously.
When you get eggs out in a restaurant, they taste so much better than when you make them.
Yes, because it's a soft omelet. So as you see, I'm just using this on medium heat. Scraping it down with a plastic spatula in a good non-stick pan. You want to have a pan that's non-stick, preferably. And some of the pans, they don't last very long, so you just want to get one that lasts, or get a new one for this particular demonstration.
Now, GZ, we all give you a hard time for not being the most budget-friendly in your current life, but that's not exactly how you grew up. So I know that you know how to make a dollar stretch.
We grew up, and my mother made leftovers probably 4 times a week.
Yeah.
To the point where sometimes we didn't know what the original dish was, you know, where it came from, but it was just delicious and yummy. Like that pepper dish, like, brought me back. That was just yummy.
I love the way you're really making us see that an omelet begins kind of the way a scramble does.
Yes.
Because you've got to cook the heart of the eggs before you build that.
Yeah, so
crust.
I'm just moderating the heat. You can see the heat is not too high. It's high enough to cook, but I'm really taking care of the omelet to make sure it doesn't get like all on the bottom and stick. So I'm just pushing it off, pushing it toward the center. And now I'm making, I could go either a scrambled egg or an omelet at this point, all right? Now, if I was gonna go scrambled egg, I would take a whisk. How you doing over there, Sonny?
I'm done.
Okay. I would take a whisk and start to whisk these into like small curds, but I'm not gonna do that.
With some scramble.
And if you're gonna do a whisk in a nonstick pan, make sure it's a plastic whisk.
That's right.
Okay.
Now, do you like
Can I taste that?
Do you ever
Yeah, what do
eat-
you think? I made it salty like you wanted.
It's gotta be salty.
Do you ever eat like a loaded omelet, Geoffrey? You know, with like 10 toppings in it?
No.
He's not going to the
just
diner.
because, I mean, the egg is the
Western.
beauty of the omelet. You know, when you start putting stuff in an omelet, you lose the omelet.
I agree.
You don't want to do that. So as you can see, now we're starting to get the foundation of the omelet. And again, it's scrambled eggs at this time, so let's not forget it. But you see how soft it is? That's because of the cold butter that we added into it.
The butter is really like the mediator for the texture. It almost stops the omelet from not becoming fabulous.
So at this point, you know, you want to tell, okay, do I want a soft omelet baveuse? Do I want a medium omelet, which is a little bit more cooked? I like it soft. So at this point, I'm going to shut the heat off. And then I'm going to add the cheese. This is Gruyere cheese. You can use Gruyere cheese. It's not expensive cheese.
It's not.
That's
Anytime cheese is
expensive
sold
cheese.
in that little area where they're all blocks.
Look what I'm using. I'm using probably
Go ahead, Geoffrey. Make
an
it
ounce.
rain. I love it.
An ounce and a half.
Beautiful.
And just a touch of pepper.
Probably go
because
cheaper. Just put
I
some
love,
Swiss, you know, some Swiss.
I love the taste of pepper. So I'm letting this sit just for a second, and I'm letting the residual heat from the pan sort of come up and like kiss it a bit more, just to finish the cooking.
And if you did want to save money, you could use whatever cheese you got in your drawer in your fridge.
Of course, of course. So while that's just sitting there, I'm going to take my beautiful salad dressing. Sonny, thank you so much. It was,
You're very welcome.
This is a really good dressing, and I tell people all the time it's a simple dressing. We love salad dressing. We always talk about it all the time.
Love
But I like a
it. It's all
salad
you
dressing.
need.
I want it to be so vinegary, too.
That's chive heavy and shallot heavy because it's onions, really, that makes it great. So you can see this. Can you see how nice that is? Sort of
It's also so French.
French make the best salad dressing,
best.
in my opinion.
That's a very expensive conversation y'all are having over
Okay,
there.
so I'm just gonna give this a general, this is Bibb or Boston, but you see, I'm just using the lettuce, and I'm not cutting it up, and I'm not just damaging it. I want it to retain its shape, so when I put it on the plate, it's sort of decorative. Okay, I think we're
Honestly
ready to go.
mesmerized. This is like arranging flowers, this dish.
It is.
Yeah, so we're just gonna take that here. This is for the side, and I think when you bring the salad over to the table, it looks really beautiful.
I'm hungry.
You wanna eat it.
I want to
It's
eat
making me
that.
so hungry. Forget the omelet.
If you get the omelet, okay. I'm not
Look
giving
at
you
it
the omelet.
stacked up, all fancy.
Beautiful.
You don't know you're on a budget when you're presenting this
Well, I
fabulously.
mean, you're actually having like 4 or 5 leaves each, so it's not like, can you take that from me?
You also,
I'm gonna
Okay.
eat that whole bowl, let's be real.
So you don't have to flip it, you don't have to throw it in the air. It's not a pizza. You just have to take it like this, okay? And just roll it. So the heaviness of the omelet is gonna, it's gonna make
Momentum.
it, it's gonna make itself. You see that?
it's like a snowball rolling
See how
downhill.
nice it is? It's soft.
No brown.
No brown, never.
This is my everything.
Jamais.
Jamais, never.
No brown.
No brown. And then you're just gonna take it like this and
right.
flip it onto the plate.
Oh my God, so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And one last, I'm gonna take a little, what I call shining butter, which is just soft butter.
Oh, bien sûr.
Top of that.
That's at least 25 cents right there.
It is, but so what?
It is
we're
worth it.
Oh,
That's
So
gorgeous.
there you are. That's a French
Wow.
omelet with a little salad.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Please slice it up.
Gorgeality.
I love the way the cheese is 79.9% melted, but there's still the texture of that.
See that?
Ooh.
Beautiful.
So, Katie, that's yours, and I'm gonna check the price. All right, you ready?
Yes.
What was yours? $15.39.
$15.39.
Okay, you ready?
Man.
No way with that cheese.
$14.93.
What?
GZ.
Comes in.
Shaving off the pennies.
How did that happen with that cheese and the chives and
One
everything
less
else?
egg. One less egg. You know?
This is worth every penny, you guys. The Gruyere cheese, it has such a wonderful nuttiness to it, and the melty, and the eggs are so perfectly cooked and creamy.
Oh my God.
And then that salad dressing, the chive and shallots, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and it cuts the fat, right? And
Ooh.
be a great lunch or late night.
That is fantastic.